If you ask that one boy in the class who loves painting everything around why he liked painting, don't expect an answer. That's because painting is something that happens so naturally to him, like running and playing. Honestly, many amateur artists, including myself, have not yet outgrown that wide-eyed, confused-looking boy perplexed by the age-old question. As our daily bread doesn't depend upon painting, we just sort of let it happen naturally, and it happens inevitably. We use and abuse this dopaminergic pathway and derive pleasure out of it our entire lives, until one day when the creative flow just stops. I don't know how many of you listening to me have experienced some kind of artist block or writer's block, but I know exactly how it feels for an amateur artist in his mid-30s. That, of course, is me. The artist realizes that art in fact was the closest friend he ever had, and that he took it for granted his entire life. It all starts with a reduction in the time spent in front of the canvas. Laziness creeps in, and the flow state or the creative high that the artist experiences during each painting session gets reduced at a steady rate. Painting, which used to be his first love, suddenly becomes dull and not so enjoyable. Some artists sense something wrong by this time and try to find out reasons. They usually associate the change in interest to the personal and professional events in their lives and blames it on others and various life struggles. By the time procrastination sets in and you are already under the clutches of the block. You spend hours in front of the unfinished paintings with zero motivation to finish it. Days go by staring at a plain white canvas with no creative ideas popping up. Nothing in the world seems to motivate you, and it feels like the creative outlet which you were using your entire life for emotional regulation got blocked forever. Artist block is not a sudden spontaneous thing that popped up one fine morning. It was in making for some time. It's not a symptom, but an outcome caused by a series of factors leading to a system failure. Now, as we go more deep into the factors, reasons, and methods to reverse this condition, a lot of it is anecdotal based on the personal experiences of artists. As it is not a health hazard or a serious illness, medical science won't be interested in it. And since there is no costly magic pill discovered for it, pharma companies are not going to sponsor any neuropsychiatric research for this problem. So I am stuck with anecdotal data, but here I am sticking to only logical points that satisfy my scientific thinking. Plus, you don't need to establish the entire neuropsychiatric basis to treat this type of a condition. It's a common phenomenon in science. Basics of genetics and inheritance were established decades before the discovery of DNA. Now coming to the point, a block is characterized by lack of motivation and executive paralysis, very similar to an ADHD brain or a procrastination mindset. Dopamine, the neurochemical for desire and motivation, is the culprit. ADHD brain can be very productive in motivated job, leading to exhaustion of dopamine. This deficiency leads to executive paralysis, and as the receptors crave dopamine, brain searches it outside, leading to impulsivity and hyperactivity. That's the story of ADHD and not artist block, but there are a lot of similarities. For example, one of the commonest causes of artist block is believed to be burnout. For many artists, the problem gets resolved by taking a break from everything they are doing, including painting, and going on a vacation, hiking, or picnic, and being with the nature for some time have worked wonders for many. All these activities help increase the dopamine levels and dopamine sensitivity of the receptors in the brain. Procrastination, another major feature, is also managed in a similar fashion. There is scientific proof that one of the major causes for procrastination is overstimulation, mainly from the highly potent stimuli from our mobiles and social media, resulting in dopamine imbalances, thus adversely affecting our motivation and desire. A complete dopamine fasting from all the new world technology has cured the block for many artists. But what if your block is caused by a chronic dissatisfaction from personal or professional life? Things may get a little bit complicated here. The logical remedy of source reduction may not be feasible most of the time. Personal tragedies are unavoidable, and many of us might get stuck in a day job where a small part of you dies within you with every day passing. Tragedies take time to heal, and one may not have an option for daily bread if he leaves his day job. Habit formation is the answer for such people. Also, try to form it first thing in the morning when your brain is in full supply of dopamine. Artist who has a routine of painting or drawing every day seldom gets artist block. So how to make it a habit to paint? Well, according to the Tiny Habits behavior model by BJ Fogg, every behavior has three parts: motivation, ability, and prompt. An artist in a block may have intense motivation to escape. Ability to paint is within him, and all he needs is a prompt. Something as simple as an alarm bell at 8 o'clock may be a successful prompt. But if you are not free at 8 o'clock, set a time of your choice. It doesn't matter what you paint or draw, but you have to show up without fail. Day after day, you have to repeat this process until it becomes your habit. The paintings you make may not be as beautiful as before, and you might fail to achieve certain personal milestones. But always remember, the objective is to form a habit and not to create a masterpiece. Always focus on the positives. Habits are formed by positive reinforcements and not by desperation. Also, try to do new experiments. Try out different styles, different mediums, etc. as dopamine loves novelty. And with enough time and practice, you will find yourself out of the artist block. Now you might be wondering what a Mona Lisa painting has to do with all this. Well, I myself was struggling for the first time in my life to put paint into my canvas a month ago. Although I am yet to get checked for ADHD, professional dissatisfaction and chronic stress may be the reasons triggering this in me, and this Mona Lisa painting hopefully was my way out of it. I hope you learned something useful and enjoyed watching this video. If yes, please give this video an upvote, and here is a video that I think you should watch next. That's all from the video, guys. See you all in the next. Till then, take care and bye bye.